Hey YouTube, Car Stuff Channel, back at you with another guitar gear review video. I'm going to start doing some more of these, of some more gear I have, so you guys can watch the video if you like it. Like, subscribe, comment, share, you know, all that good stuff. So, I recently reviewed my Jackson Dinky over here, my JS32. Very good guitar, beautiful instrument, works phenomenally. But I don't have a review up on my first guitar ever. I got almost 10 years ago I started playing, guys. 10 years. So I started playing around Christmas time when I was a freshman in high school. So not quite 10. I think it's right just short of 8 right now. So I mean, 8 to 10 years is still quite a long time to play. But also with life, you know, I played a lot when I was between 15 and 18. I played a shit ton. Once I got out of high school, had to figure out what you're going to do with your life, how to start your career, how to start a trade, which I did. So kind of put me to the wayside for about a year or two playing guitar. Then I ended up getting had my Washburn almost the whole time with me, and I never really picked it up. Then I ended up getting this Fender amp, Mustang 20, not bad. If you wonder where the knobs are at, actually. Hi guys. If you wonder where the knobs are at, that's one of the factory knobs to the guitar. And I put them on the Washburn, but we'll get to that here in a second. So I got that amp, because I had a Line 6 amp back in high school that I loved. Same amp actually. This is a brand new Spider Classic 15, so it's basically the remake version of the older Line 6s. So anyways, long story short, I ended up not playing guitar for a minute. Well, a long minute. And I basically got that amp. I don't really like it too much, but it does this job. I'll do a review on it shortly, or in the next month or so, hopefully, if I get the time. Between family, friends, and car, and work, you know, it's kind of hard. But then I got the Line 6 recently, actually, Father's Day gift. I know it's not Father's Day yet, but early Father's Day, yo! So, go to the Washburn. So, as you can tell, Washburn X Series in, I don't know what color they called the blue back in those days. Washburn switched owners since I've had this instrument, so we're not really exactly sure of the color code, but you know, that's like hand rubbed oil. This is blue. Okay, this is a blue guitar. I don't really name my instruments like I name my cars. So this is Washburn, and that's Jackson. So Mr. Washburn, Mr. Jackson, my two favorite fellas right now, because these things are monsters. So getting a closer look at the Washburn. It is an X series. See if I can put this on the stand backwards. Never tried to do it. There we go. So I do keep the back plates off because it just makes life easier, especially when you want to tighten strings. If I don't really use the whammy bar, because I don't have the factory one, I had to go buy an aftermarket one at a store, but that was when I was like 16. If you look at the data plate, I don't know how well you can see that, but it says OC02 and the rest of it. So OC is overseas China. So this is a Chinese guitar, as in its best friend right here. But it was made in 02, Washburn Pro. Which the Pro, I'm not exactly sure what it includes, but it's bolt-on neck. So this guitar wasn't expensive new, just like the Jackson, but I got it pre-owned when I was 15. So the guitar is 02, 2012 was 10 years, so 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Guitar's 15 years old, so it's pretty cool. They are Grover tuners. What is it, 18 Tac 1 Grover? So those came with it. I didn't put those on there, and they are beautiful. I don't know anything about them. I just knew that Grovers were kind of expensive when I got the guitar after doing some research. Guitar, nothing too special about it. It's just a, you know, like most guitars nowadays, rip-off Strat. Besides, it's a little aged now, so it sounds good. Everything on the guitar is factory except the knobs. So Washburn X Series, black. And then you just have, you know, 24. I think they're medium frets. So these are jumbos, and these are mediums. These are wore down. You can tell the fretboard got wear on it from kids and probably myself trying to learn how to play scales and bar chords and, you know, just beating the shit out of it. Because this is the workhorse. This is my original. Washburn pickups, unlike the Jackson, I don't know if they're not rip-off Seymours. They're just cheap factory pickups, which I want to replace to a nice set of Seymours or even an active EMG, but I don't know, I kind of like this guitar and I kind of want to keep it original. I set the bridge up myself, and, you know, after years of just fucking around with it, I finally figured out the right way to do it. You know, this one's supposed to be kind of lower, your E's are supposed to be kind of lower, so that way when you go like this, it's easier, I guess. Makes a little bit of a difference. The Jackson's not set up like that. These are just all flat across, and I learned how to play guitar like that. So all these kids that learn how to play guitar all fancy, like with expensive shit, never learned how to play the hard way, like me and a lot of guys have done. So I kind of said it myself. I like it, but I don't. This is due to the fact that it has just a standard old school trim style versus the Floyd, you know, my Floyd on that. This is my down tuning guitar. I like to play in a drop B and drop C, especially drop C sounds beautiful on everything, and you can play open chords in drop C, and it's amazing. But you got to open C or open B, or the whole, basically just not the string being in C and so on. The whole guitar is tuned to C. Let me clarify that. So stole these knobs from the Fender amp. Volume, tone again. I like tone max when the guitar's unplugged. Should always be off so you don't plug it in and go like I did earlier, because my kids have messed with it. 5-way switch, so bridge, neck, all three, neck, bridge, neck, middle, neck. I don't really play around with this too much anymore. Usually if I'm going to play clean, you know, neck, maybe middle, neck and middle. Straight, all three to me, just like on that guitar, both of them together, it doesn't sound right. And then usually just bridge. I don't like the center pickups. I don't like middle pickups really that much. The only issue I've ever really had with the guitar is the jack. Still using the LG to do those videos, guys. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Yeah, it goes loose, so you gotta tighten this screw down sometimes, and it's just kind of a pain, just from wear. And honestly, the kids drop the guitar probably once a week, so it gets a little beat up. And this thing is heavy compared to the Jackson. I mean, obviously I'm strong, so I can do this, but it is pretty heavy. But if you guys are to find one of these used at a pawn shop, Second and Charles, whatever, I would definitely suggest these damn things. They're amazing. You know, they're cheap. You probably get it for $100 nowadays too, guys. So, I mean, if you want a cheap guitar, if you want a new cheap guitar that's going to sound cool and do cool shit, the Jackson, definitely. But if you want an older, cheap guitar, this thing's 15 years old. So guitars are like anything else that's made out of wood. The older they get, the more, you know, the better they sound. Any instrument made out of wood, as it ages, will sound better. So, I would recommend this thing. I'll do a comparison between these two amps probably one day, review them separately, then I'll do a comparison video just to show you guys which one I like better. And I mean, I like them both, but Line 6 is more on the winning scale because I think the tones are better. But anyways, whenever you guys get a chance to like, share, subscribe, and let me know if you want to hear anything else. Alright guys, enjoy your days.